early in the business. Came in as a hairdresser when I first started. Did that all my life. Never ever thought I'd be working anything like this, but somebody came to me like they came to you and shown you an opportunity, and some of you have seen it clearly and some of you are working it out. Well, I was very fortunate because my sponsor was one of the best networkers in the world, and he guided me through this. Went national marketing director in 18 months, started building my business, but I didn't really get the momentum that I really wanted. But then my business went into Europe and it started to grow very, very seriously. The good thing about it, I worked really, really, really hard for about 5 or 6 years. And I had some young children at that time. I was able to go and get myself a place on a farm where the kids were actually literally brought up for 5 or 6 years on passive income. And I'll go into the passive income later. A lot of you probably don't even understand what that means. So now it's like I say, 25 years on. What have I seen in this business? Well, we went from water filters to nutrition overnight. And that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I've never been into nutrition. I've always been sort of slightly healthy hairdresser. But that was a very difficult stage for us because most people don't like change. We don't like to change anything. And a lot of you have come into this marketplace right now, and recently we've made the marketing structure slightly different. Well, if you're in the business long enough, you're going to definitely understand why this marketing plan has changed. It's to make the businesses stronger. We're going through a phase at the moment where we've had astronomical growth. And for the new people that are coming in on this for the first time, I've never seen this in 25 years. I have never seen what is happening. And then basically what I'm trying to put over to you is this stage that we're going through right now is a little bit like we're going through the autumn of our growth. And the autumn of our growth, what that actually means is in the winter, a lot of trees, they shed their leaves. But in the spring, they grow double the amount and the tree gets bigger. That is exactly where we're going right now. And what you've got to do is you've got to ask yourself, am I part of that tree so I can come through in the spring? And this is exactly what Emma was saying. Where do you want to see yourself this time next year? It's not about next week. This is not a short-term journey. I mean, 25 years, this business has been holding my business together, my life together, plus my children. My daughter, who's 20, hopefully she's on the call right now, she has just joined into the business and taken over her mother's business as a QNMD. And, you know, her next check will probably give her a deposit for a house. And what you have to do is look at this in the long term. I never see this as a short-term business. I'll be doing this all my life. Why else? Why not? There's nothing else on this planet right now, I tell you right now, in the whole of Europe, with an opportunity that we have got, where I've seen girls like Emma Carrot, Casey Ravy. I mean, come on, guys. You know, all the difference between you and Katie is, one, she's focused. Two, she has done astronomical personal development within herself, and she's worked on herself, and that is why she's going to earn $850,000 this year. I mean, that's more than me. And that's what it's about, because guess what? When you get the philosophy of this business, the more people who earn more money than you is a good thing. You want everybody in your group earning more money than you. Why? It means your business is stable and you can walk right back to the beach and pick up your drink and calm down and chill, because everybody else is following their own dreams. Whether they're bigger than yours, whether they're the same size, is irrelevant. They're in your business, and that is forever. And for the new people, and I keep going back to the new people, there isn't a better time for you to be coming into this business. One, the structure has become very, very solid. Number two, the earnings have never, ever, ever been better. The growth is going through the roof. And the leaders that you have around you, I mean, everybody, I'm not being funny, but please, please, please get yourselves to the road show. You know, whether you're in Glasgow, whether you're in Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, London, fill your cars up and get there, because there are going to be people there who are going to be teaching you about all the things and the mistakes that they have done in order to make themselves unbelievably rich. You know, there's 6 people in my group that I've known less than 3 years that are going to earn over £1 million next year. I've never had that in my life. Do you know what? When I hear that, do you know how I feel? I feel warm. You got it. I feel warm and secure that my business is rocking through the roof. But it takes everybody. It takes a little bit from absolutely everybody. The new people, if you don't get enough information from the person that sponsored you because they don't know enough, because they haven't been in the business long enough, go to the person that sponsored them. And if they don't know, go to the person who sponsored them. And if they don't know, keep going up line until you find you're the national marketing director and ask for their help. Because there's a lot of work out here. There's a lot of businesses that are going to be going through the roof again. All you people that are on this line, guess what? By New Year, if you seriously take this business seriously and you take it to the next level, and guess what, guys? You deserve it. You deserve to get a bit of this action. Why not? You're no different to anybody else. All you have to do is, 1, believe in yourself. Have a total commitment to your group. And don't give up. The only way you fail in this business is by giving up. I've known people in this business that have been in it now for 10 years, have been stagnant for 10 years, and guess what? They're earning £10,000 a month right now because they picked up the ball and started running with it. Because the timing, we've hit Facebook. Price is a tool. It's not the end of the world. It's not everything. It's only a tool. The best way you can do business with people is eyeball to eyeball. And then you get trust. You get integrity, and you understand what their goals are, their personal goals. You need to know, what do you want? What are you prepared? What are you prepared to, I mean, I did it all for my children. I don't know what your why is. It could be anything. It could be a Mercedes-Benz. I don't know. But my why was my children. And this business now has not only educated my children, supported my children, but now it's giving them an income after 20 years. These guys were born with the product. Now they're coming into the business as national marketing directors. Have a longer vision on this business. I cannot explain it enough to you guys. If you would have been here in the early days and you'd gone through all these different changes and the difficulties that we went through, where we didn't quite understand how to move this thing forward, well, guess what, guys? You are moving it forward. You're breaking records in network marketing history. The Rhino Group is making history in network marketing. Do you want to be part of that group? I think so. So all you need to do, guys, is take all the negativity out of your head, because it will always be there. For as long as you're in network marketing, people do not understand our business. The only way you do understand it is by building an organisation. And how do you do that? With support and guidance from people that are going to be doing the roadshow. You've so got to be there, guys. I'm going to tell everybody to be there. It's free. I mean, how many people can you get? It's all free. They're doing this. They're putting this on the table so that they can give you the best experience that I tell you what, this whole organisation and business can give you worldwide. Please be there. Make it a point. Fill up your cards. Fill up absolutely everything and get your people there. The other point I want to put to you as well is, wherever you are in the business right now, don't look at other people and think they're going quicker than you, or you're not going quick enough. Guess what? You're going for your own personal development. And this is a journey of a personal development course. And you're going to come across people that are going to let you down. And the word there is next. Don't sit there breastfeeding people, because if they don't do anything in 90 days, 90% of the time, they ain't going to do anything. So the word is next. Move. Start sponsoring people, but at the same time, as soon as they write their name on that sponsorship form, you have a commitment with them for 90 days. You hold their hand for 90 days. You get their check with their name on. That's commitment. I do that with absolutely everybody. I work with John Holowati. He's not lying to me. I got him a check. I work with Emma Snedden. She's not lying to me. I got her a check. because that check is more important to your new distributor than it ever will be to you. And have that philosophy. Help enough people get what they want, and you will get what you want. Turn it around. Stop focusing on, I want my money, I want my bonuses. The bonuses are short term. They're to put petrol in your car. They're to buy yourself a new motor, put it on a house. When you're in the house, do you want a passive income to pay the mortgage? I think you do. And I'm closing, because I think I've rapped on a bit too much. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I really hope you understand where I'm coming from, because my aim is true. I couldn't have had a sustainable business over 26 years if I wouldn't have used the universal law of averages, which is, guess what? If I care for somebody in my business, somebody's going to care for me. Whatever you put into the universe in this business is going to come back to you. If you put greed into it, guess what? Your group will be greedy. If you put caring and sharing and looking after your people, you'll have a long-term business, and that's exactly what they will do. People do what you do, not what you say. Maybe you write that down, actually, and put it on the wall, everybody. People do what you do, not what you say. And if you're caring and you are sharing and you are there to support your people, and I do try, it's very rare that I'm not in the equation with people, because it's important to me. Your business is my business. Your long-term leverage is my long-term leverage. And your people's downline is your long-term leverage. So in closing, we've got Barcelona coming up. Dan Holzman and all the other NMDs in the whole of Europe have done such a phenomenal business and put this together that it's probably going to be one of the best events other than Dubai in 2020. Whoever you get over there, I don't care if you've got a two beds in one room, get 6 people in there. Well, I remember when I used to go to America, I remember sharing a room with 7 Irish guys. There was only one double bed there. But I did the convention, and it gave me the bigger picture. It gave me what I can get from this. It allowed me to dream a little bit bigger. You know, I'm a dyslexic Rasta hairdresser from Bath. I'm nothing special. But guess what I did do, guys? I opened up my mind, I was prepared to learn, and I put a special effort in. That's what I do. I probably work harder than all of you because I am dyslexic, because I'm not cool on the computer. So I probably work harder than a lot of you. But at the same time, my aim is true, and that is, who can I help get to that next level? Because if you help people, they will duplicate it, and they will help and care for their downline. Barcelona, 100%. Listen, guys, let's get 2,500 rhinos there. We're probably going to have the best party in the world. Stay for an extra few days afterwards and have the after party, because that's going to be even better. Emma, thanks a lot for having me on the line. I hope everyone got a bit of the accent.
I really don't disappear off the jet. I really appreciate that, Alex. And it's exactly what I wanted you to cover, was just some of the things that you've learned over the 20-odd years that you've been in the business. And it's I've scribbled loads and loads of notes again. So every time I speak to you, I always learn something. But I think you've covered a lot of really good stuff there about the importance of believing in yourself, but also having real commitment to the group. And I think it's something that you certainly taught me, and I know the other people that you work closely with, which is about the commitment to the people in your team and wherever they are. So not just the people that you're necessarily getting paid on, but as your business gets bigger, you're still committed to the people that are 11, 12, 13 plus generations down from you. And I really want to help people understand the importance of looking after somebody, whether it's a customer or a distributor, from the very beginning, and the importance not just of the of the 90 days, absolutely, but also people, John and you and other people taught me about somebody, but you bring somebody into the business, they've joined the business because they trust you, because you've shown them an opportunity, and they've taken their own money and invested it in you and in your support of them. And I want really to help people understand the importance of that, your role in that, so that you're as an upline, what your role is in looking after a new person, a new distributor or a new customer, because you know, you're getting paid now on, what did you, the customers that you bought in what was it, 1998 or something?
Yeah, 1999, they said, Alex, you've still got customers since 1999. It's unbelievable on Juice Plus.
Do you want to just explain to people what, you know, what that means in terms of like a passive income for you?
Yeah, absolutely. What I classify as passive income is when, ask yourself this, whoever's on the line, if you stop working right now, would you be paid in 2 years' time from the business that you have built? If you think yes, you're doing a great job. If you think no, what you have to do is solidify. The time now for the leaders on the group, and these are the guys who are young NMDs, your businesses have grown so quick that you've not really had a chance to get down underneath where people who you don't even know are there. Like Emma said, I talk to people not only 17 generations deep, I have people 40 positions deep, all over Europe. I mean, the business is massive. But listen, look on your computer, check out who's in your organisation, ask people if they need help. Because you would I think John Halawati wouldn't have come up to me at a meeting and said, hey, my last cheque was 18 quid. Can you make any money in this business? And I said to him, give me 90 days. I didn't even know him. But I tell you what John did, and this is interesting. I said to him, right, I'll give you 90 days. He said, okay, cool. And he did. He committed to 90 days. I said, right, do this, this, and this. And when you're done, I want you to text us back and say, done. And every time I said it, within a minute, done. Look at his business now, 6,500 people, on track to earn £100,000 a month. I mean, come on, that is rock star stuff. Are you any different to John Halawati? No. Is John Halawati different to you? Yes. Why? Because he put a special effort in. It's a special effort. He cared for his people. He invested money back into his people who couldn't afford rooms. Because that's what I did with John. I said, John, I'm going to buy you 10 rooms, right? I'm going to pay for them. I didn't even know. 10 twin rooms. I said, fill them. And that's the night that I slept with fucking Richard Ravey. And that was the beginning, and that is the beginning of the story. I'll tell you about a little bit more about that at the wedding. But that's how it all started. Waking up, spooning Richard Ravey. And absolutely. You know, it's gone out the window now for me, but that is true, and I hope Richard's on the line. But I tell you what, it was the best time that this business changed, because we locked in with each other, and we started, like Emma said, we started trusting each other. Get to know your upline. I hear people say, the upline doesn't talk to me. The reason why the upline isn't giving you information is because the upline needs to understand what's going on in the business. Get yourselves to the trainings. Find out this unbelievable opportunity that you can drive. You know what? You can drive Juice Plus as a Mini Cooper. You can drive it as a Ferrari. It's the same vehicle for all of us. All it depends on is how you want to drive it. And guess how the benzene, the petrol you put in the car, is the desire that will make it go faster or slower. It's your desire. What is desire? It's your why. It's your why.
I love that, because there's so many people that do really well, and there's other people that try really hard and do all the right stuff and go a little bit slower. But you know what? At the end of the day, they're all going to get there one way or another. The people who have the work ethic, the right desire, and the right mentality, and you can, you know, the more events that we all go to, and the more involved that you get, the more that you can see those people. And I always used to say that about John. He can spot somebody. Like if John says that's an NMD, I know that he's right. So there's people in my business from the beginning, he's been like, that's an NMD, that person. I'm like, cool, I'm going to work with them. Because whether it takes them 2 years or 10 months or 4 years, it doesn't matter. Because if they're doing it in the right way, for the right reasons, with the right work ethic, then we all know that everybody that wants to get there will get there. And I'm, you know, I've never worked in an environment like that before, where everybody who wants to get somewhere can get there. But it's, you know, the biggest piece advice that you've just said and that I was going to sort of finish on as well was about, you need to put yourself out there. If you think of how many distributors we're bringing into the business every single month, like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 new people in the UK, you don't. Some of those people don't ever do anything. We're still not scratching the surface of the opportunity. There's 80 million people or whatever in the UK, never mind the rest of Europe. But those people who come in and get themselves involved in events, get themselves along to events. I mean, there's people that are dealers, STDs, that I know really, really well because they've introduced themselves to me and they've come and spoken to me. And Donna Allen is a fantastic example of that. She's an STD. She's about, 5 or 6 generations below me, maybe more than that within my business. But from day one, she travels to events. She comes to everything. She sits in the front row. She comes and speaks to me. So it doesn't. And then there's NMDs that don't get involved in stuff and don't put themselves out there. And who's going to last in the long term? The people who get involved, the people who put themselves out there, the people who step outside of their comfort zone. But don't just talk about going to Barcelona. You've got to go. Don't just think, I'd love to go to that event, but I can't. Genuinely, can you really genuinely not come to stuff? Because if you don't go to things, you don't go to events, meet people, you're never going to get on, are you?
I was just going to say, Emma, on that score, can they afford not to go? Because if they don't go there, it means another year of them trying to see the bigger picture. Because I guarantee this, anybody who's been to any of the decent events, massive ones, you come back and you see people on stage that should never really be earning that sort of money. And I really do believe that you've got to, the last thing I want to put in, I'm sorry butting in, because, there are people who are having, what I call the emotional roller coaster, and that is, we're going through all these, personal developments and journeys, and people are letting us down, and the business isn't going fast enough, and the check isn't going this. I didn't have that at the beginning, guys. I worked so hard with so many people before my business broke into Europe. Seriously, you've got no idea. And I still have massive work ethics. I don't have to work as hard as I do, but for whatever reason, that is what I do. So if your business is going hard or you are having challenges, there's 2 things I think you need to do. Rewrite your goals down, but your true goals. The other thing is, go and have a look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I doing enough? Am I helping enough? Am I helping enough people achieve what they want? Because it's all about helping other people achieve what they want, which makes your business grow. It's not about you focusing on, if I close Mary, I'm going to qualify. It's not about that. It's about helping Mary qualify to get her check. Please try and get that into your minds, because that will give you a long-term business.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thanks, Alex. I'm just going to finish, guys, by saying, personally, just massive thank you to Alex for coming onto the call. I can't stress enough the value of these conference calls. So, you need to make sure that not only that you're dialing in, but your people are dialing into them as well. There's no excuses really not to make a phone call. You don't have to go anywhere. It doesn't cost anything other than a phone call. So people need to be dialing into them. The second thing is the Rhino Roadshow. If you don't know what it is or you haven't heard of it, you need to be getting on to whatever your mentor group is. So there's my team, there's Team Lead Mentors, John's team, there's Financial Freedom. All of this is on those groups, and you should be going on there 2 or 3 times a day to see what's going on and find out what's going on in the business. But we are basically all through September going right around the country and doing events. Get yourself, find out where they are, get them in the diaries, get babysitters, whatever you need, get there and take people with you. Barcelona is a no-brainer. We've gone through that, but you've absolutely, unless you're a teacher, everybody else can pretty much get time off work. Maybe some of the guys in the army, but even that last year, the guys in the army that were in my business were in Nice. So make the effort, and I promise you, I'll give you an example of why. When I went to Nice last year, I'd been in the business 7 months. I got promoted to presidential marketing director on the plane, so that means my pay line must have been 120,000. Within 7-8 months, my pay line was 10 PMD pay line, so over 1.2 million. That's the size of the opportunity of going to those big events and seeing the bigger picture, and just massively, massively grows your business. And I've got hundreds of people. I had 7 people in my team, in my whole downline, 7 people in Nice. and I've probably got a good few hundred already booked on. So, you know, get yourselves out there, and apart from anything else, it's really good fun. We have a great time, don't we? So, you know, come along and find out what the opportunity is. Thanks very much for dialing in. It's just after 9 o'clock, so I'm going to try and keep the time and let everybody go and have a pleasant evening. I will hopefully see you all in Reading or at the Roadshow, and definitely in Barcelona, but 8:30 next week there will be another conference call. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks so much again, Alex. Really, really appreciate your time, and see you at the wedding at the weekend. See you later.